Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about a very important topic. As already we have discussed on the same issue, that is the evolution of public administration. So under the evolution of public administration, the last topic what I discussed with you, that was the first stage. Today we discuss on the second stage. You can have take care. It is the sequel and it is the second part. So please kindly be focused on that. I am Ashish Ogle, Assistant Professor in Department of Humanities, the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. So I'm going to start again to have with that of the introduction first. In that introduction part we discuss about a very important part, that is the already we have discussed in the last session. It is of the first part. Now it is a sequel. So evolution is the origin and development. So we discuss here about the evolution of public administration. Under the evolution of public administration, we have seen a very important thing. The many ups and downs get just experienced by the subject. Okay, since it was emerged, or since the particular birth was occurs from the 1887 up to the present time, and we can classify it or divide to that all of the stage of their life into the 5 different parts that we have discussed in the last class. So first stage, that was we have discussed in the last recent stage, that was the politics administration dichotomy, which was run from 1887 to the 1926, in which there was a very great efforts given by Mr. Woodrow Wilson, okay, and even the Mr. Frank J. Goodnow, L.W. White. So basically these are the personality who likely to give a great efforts to make separate public administration from the political science, and finally they got successfully established them. Okay, so now the stage we will discuss today, that is the principles of the administration 1927 to 1937. Further ahead, I'm just going to explain you also that the stage 3 era of challenge 1938 to 1947. For that, I will just carry on the next very important session. And the stage 4, that is crisis of identity, that would be into the next part. Stage 5, that is the public policy perspective. We just go to discuss on that issue on the next part. So now today, I am going to continue on the second stage only. That is second stage is what the principles of the administration. What is that stage here? Let first do understand about that. So basically, as I discussed with you, okay, into the first stage, already the newest kind of the subject had established. Okay, and even the L.D. White have published one of the very important textbook upon. So basically now, accordingly, in many of the colleges, universities, the public administration as a discipline get started to get into the learning and teaching processes, and the many kinds of the academic certificate courses also were started. And now whoever the new students get started to join these universities and these courses and academics for the undergraduate or the graduate level, now what happens with them? A very simple thing. Now the particular newest subject was that, and so that there was the many kinds of the gaps were into that subject where they can have their principles, their thought, their we can say the theories, and so that they have starts make a number of kinds of the principles in this particular stage, in the second stage. And so because of the number of principles, number of many theories, and number of ideas by the followers of that public administration were introduced, and so that it is titled with that of the principles of the administration. That particular principle of administration, that stage was run through the 1927 to 1937. Okay, because during that time a multiple number of many principles had been formed or presented by the different scholars, whoever we can say follow the public administration. So I'm continuing. Let's see here. So this stage began with the publication of the Mr. W.F. Willoughby. He just wrote Principles of Public Administration in 1927. He himself started the publication, one of the very important book, and it titled with what? The Principles of Public Administration. So he himself say, very simply, a lots of gap in this subject is there for the principles. So please welcome, come and make and present your principles, your thought, your theories. Let's have complete your doctorate. And that's why the number of kinds of the followers getting increased day by day in that newest discipline in the university. Next. He asserted that in administration, there are certain fundamental principles of the general application analogous to those of the characteristics in any science. So he advocated, who? The W.F. Willoughby. He advocated, as you seen, the theories, the principles, and the different kinds of the general activities, into the different kinds of the other sciences, just into the biology, or we can say into the physics, chemistry, sociology, or the political science. And similarly, the public admission also have this kinds of the general thesis. So do identify and actually please present the principles upon. You need to get identify only and present them. And that become a very golden words for those who are likely to just seek any of those opportunity to present their theories and the principles. What happens next? Let's see here. Into this stage, second stage. The other important publications of this stage reflecting the principles of the approach to the administration are. So what kinds of actually very number of kinds of the actually we can see the publications for occurs because of everyone would like to just present their theories and the principles. Just like Henry Fayol, Industrial and General Management, 1916. That book was published by him. In that book, around 14 principles he presented for the administration. Next, Mr. M.P. Follett, that is Mary Parker Follett. She wrote The Creative Experience in 1924. She herself also actually presented around 5 to 6 principles, only for the public administration. Next, Monet and Rayleigh, they have wrote The Onward Industry. In their book 1931, they also have actually presented around 4 to 5 principles. Next I am speaking Lulik and Urvik. So Luther Gulick and Lyndall Urvik, they are the two personalities who wrote actually one of the very important paper. The paper which was published by the name Papers on the Science of Administration in 1937. Amazing. They have introduced and presented more than 27 principles. So great. Now actually what we see in this second stage. In that second stage actually the number of principles by the actually different scholars are getting presented irrespective of looking into their we can say the validation or else. We will discuss in the next stage what happens with them then. Let's see, but actually I am just continue with that second stage only. Let's see the next one. Here not a start, but the Monet Rayleigh have actually wrote Principles of Organization in 1939 and he again actually just submitted or presented some of the very important principles. Now actually I am just going on. This stage in the evolution of public administration reached its zenith with the appearance of the Gulick and Urvik Papers on the Science of Administration 1937. Because they were the person actually who presented a lots of number of theories and the principles in their book and in their particular general thesis or the papers. And in this way, that actually carry that particular second stage on its zenith or the acme or the top level. So the discipline become the dream for those who likely to present their principles and the theories. Let's see the next one. Gulick and Urvik stated that the general thesis of this paper that there are principles which can be arrived at inductively from the study of the human organization which should govern arrangements for the human association of any kind. So they say very simple thing, wherever the human get developed the association, you can identify any of the principles for the public administration, and that is that much of general. So please kindly come and do present your principles or the theories. Is that clear? So that actually stage become almost actually a kind of the we can say as of the golden era for those principles, both actually for the principles. Let's see here. These principles can be studied as a technical question, irrespective of the purposes of the enterprise, the personal comprises of it, and of any constitutional or political or the social theory underlying its creation. That was a very important actually aspect they have introduced. I am actually continuing. Let's see here. As rightly observed by Mr. Mohit Bhattacharya. Mr. Mohit Bhattacharya, he is also very good actually scholar, actually who do generally well known with that of his actually expression and do the criticism of some of the theories. He look into that particular second stage. What he say? Look here. The public aspects of the public administration was virtually dropped in this stage and the focus was almost wholly on efficiency. So irrespective of the public, as actually we are just going to discuss of the evolution of public administration. But when we come to the second stage, the word public were not taken into consideration by the peoples, but now the follower of that subject to the discipline, they only started focus over the administration. Irrespective of the public or the private. Their main goal was to introduce or present the theories. Let's see, I am actually continuing here. So now what the next? And this stage can be called as the stage of the Orthodox, as efforts were underway to delineate, formally the boundaries of a new discipline of the management. So the Mohit Bhattacharya have say a very important thing. What he say? Very simply, he say we must say to the second stage of in the evolution of public admission as the stage of Orthodox. Why so Orthodox? Because everyone who are following the public admission in course of any human association, whatever they are speaking, works as a principle in that stage. For that, the new discipline has been emerged. Let's see here. The public administration emerged into the new science, theory, public administration, reach its reputations of the zenith during this stage. So basically, almost this stage carry to the discipline up to its zenith, up to its highest level, just for the sake of the followers and what the principles and theories are presented by them. So great, and really very thankful to you. I'm actually going to stop the class over here or the session over here. So please wait for me for the next the parts of the same evolution of public admission session. And thank you so much to be listening with me. And thank you so much. Take care.